Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Kiva Walton with the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance, and we're joined today by Luke Manlove of Belmont Specialty Foods. One of the things we've seen during this pandemic is how smaller communities are coming together to support their small business owners. Luke is in Belmont. And Luke, why don't you tell us a little bit about Belmont Specialty Foods and your background, and then we'll get into the unique opportunity that the City of Belmont has offered you and others.
Thanks so much. I'm a Belmont resident, graduated from South Point High School in '96. I'm a Johnson and Wales alumni, graduated in 2001 in Charleston. Food has always been my background. Grocery stores have been my background. I opened the Belmont Specialty Foods back in 2017, and we're going on our third year. We just changed locations, which that's nothing but God being in control, because we moved from one building into another building, and actually, in hindsight, we probably would not have survived this if we had been in the other location. So the timing was good for us. We've got a full-scale deli. We offer over 1,000 small specialty products that we work with over 100 small businesses throughout the country. So that's important to what we do. And catering is our big thing. Catering it's been our biggest hit, because in the second quarter, we've populated a good amount of business over time. We lost all that business. So what it did for us is tied our hands and the ability to leverage those sales against our fourth quarter sales. It's just been, it's been a little challenging, but you know what? We're lucky to be working, and I don't thank the good Lord in my community every single day for that opportunity to continue to work.
Wow. Thank you for that, Luke. And I've had the great pleasure of visiting Belmont Specialty Foods. What I didn't know is that you're a small business, but you're also bringing in other small businesses into your business.
Yeah.
That's exceptional. That is exceptional.
It's a great segue into why I guess we're talking and what the City of Belmont did for us with their loan program. I believe that we have people out there, including our government, that are working really hard to try and figure out this uncertain time. Okay, what our issue was really when this all went down. We work with so many small businesses that everybody felt the immediate crunch. We had some challenges with some of our lenders, and I think everybody just freaked out, but they froze everybody's credit lines. So where we were used to working on a net 15, net 30, net 45, that all went away in the matter of a day. And all the vendors needed to be paid. And rightly so, they deserve to get paid. But when you build a cushion in a small business, we call it a burn rate. We know every day how much money we need to have to be able to pay our bills for that day. You try and build a couple months of burn rate up, so you have a cushion in case a snowstorm comes or a hurricane comes. Never did we think that a COVID would come and do what it did, but it immediately strapped us because we shelled out pretty much all of our cash to pay our vendors because we believe in paying our vendors. So we felt the crunch there, and City of Belmont came up with an amazing program to be able to help us. And it's working. Right now, I've not let one single employee go, and everybody's continuing to work. And I think it's important to note, all of my employees are high school and college kids, and they have matured so quickly. I tell them all the time, I said, you're the modern day soldier. You might not think it's a big deal, but you're working here on the front line. And I want you to realize, you may have lost your senior year, but this is a year that you'll remember that you learned how to stand up for your country, and be an American and be part of the solution. And I think it resonates with them because they're doing a hell of a job.
Well, and survive, right?
Exactly.
No better test than to survive the challenge ahead of you. So talk a little bit about the Belmont Loan Fund and how it's been around, what you know about it. What can you share about it?
I was given a call that day, the night after they approved it. They said, look, that we think this is something that will work for you. We're going to try and simplify it. When I started my business, a piece of advice I was given was, really hold your bookkeeper and your accountant in high regard, because they will prepare you for times that you don't, a lot of times I'm complaining because hey, why are we spending this much money every month? Then you have a situation like this where I have no idea what a 941 and a W3 and all this stuff, but Belmont made it very simple. It was an application, it was a request for some forms, and the fact that we were prepared, we were able to quickly turn that around and get it to them. And we qualified for a $10,000 loan. And what that did was it did everything for us. It allowed us to, shift our expenses, basically, be able to say, let's get ourselves caught up, and then let's take this money that we've received and put it in a bucket. We're going to call this for payroll. And guys, as long as we're getting our sales in every day, I want you to know you have nothing to worry about, And it's something to be said. I had a person recently say, well, they're just high school kids. Who cares if they work? I said, you have no idea if that high school kid is supporting his family. You have no idea if they're trying to help a neighbor. I said, they're just as important as you are. And the fact that they're qualified and working, they deserve to get to work too. So they gave them peace of mind that, hey, we're going to be able to make it. And when you take a little bit of pressure off the small business owner, we can do a lot with a grain of sand. We're innovators. We're resilient. We expect things to kind of go our way. So we anticipate this, but when you can get a little bit of help, it makes all the difference in the world.
Wow. Well, did you pursue any of the federal aid coming out of Washington?
Absolute disaster. And I hate to say it that way because you know what? When you calm down and you think about it, these folks have never dealt with it either. Everybody is trying to quickly do that, but it causes the business owner a lot of panic when you hear that there is relief, and they want you to dig deep and not let your employees go, what have you, but you end up going through a lot of computer glitches, people not understanding. I had the PPP Act. I literally had all of my paperwork ready 2 days before it went live. It took 2 weeks to get it submitted correctly. And that was due to just I don't want to scare business owners because I want them to go and apply for it because it seems like it's getting better, that they're ironing out all the glitches. But boy, we really felt it on the way. I sat that night in front of my computer for 6 hours like I was buying concert tickets to Hootie and the Blowfish or something, waiting for the link to come through. And when it finally came through, I'm trying to get it to go through it, and it wasn't working. It's just like, why, But, I'll say this. With what the City of Belmont did, and I'm learning about the SBA a little bit more each day, but it really says something about, SBA, they should consider communities controlling their SBA portion of it and being able to, because they know the businesses that much more. They know what we're trying to do. They know the impact that we're trying to do in the community. The SBA doesn't know who we are. We're just one of millions. Wonderful opportunity to reboot and to adjust. We adjust to become part of the solution, and we reboot an idea that might not be working and make it more feasible for the future. So I think if anything, we can learn a lot from this. We're all trying to survive. We need the governor to open the state up. We all have learned. We kind of joke around here at my place. It's like they want us to wash our hands. They want us to. Guys, we've been doing this our whole entire lives. Like our entire business. This whole elbow shaking, I think a lot of people thought they invented it. Chefs have been shaken by the elbow for decades. We get this. I mean, we're happy to be a part of making our customers feel better. We're offering free local delivery to any neighborhood that reaches out to us. We have a little vintage milk truck. It makes the kids excited when we pull in the neighborhood. They stand out on the front porch, say, wait, we got ice cream. We pack it out of the cooler. We do a no contact delivery. It's little things like that I think brighten people's day, and that's all we really can think of doing. I can't write a check to anybody right now because I'm trying to keep my business going. But what I can do is share what I have and create hope and be a part of the solution.
Well, Luke, you've offered, thank you for that insight because that's really impactful. And what you just said is powerful. The City of Belmont actually reached out to you.
Yeah. In a text at night. Yeah, I mean, really, basically the next day they know me, they know what I'm about, and that speaks volumes about my community. We love. I think everybody loves their community. We love Belmont. Belmont is special, and we go to bat for each other. You know, I mean, even us restaurant owners, a lot of people think that we compete. We don't compete. Position that we offer our customers. We have lots of great things. But I'll tell you, the first calls that I made was to all the restaurant owners saying, if you need gloves, if you need Santa, share, because we want everybody to try to be successful. That's what our community does. We dig deep and we got each other's back.
Well, I share your sentiment. I guess the word is Belmontonian. I'm a Belmontonian myself, and it's a pride to know that we're supporting our small businesses like this, the city of Belmont. And you know, it's good to hear that there are a number of other communities. I believe Shelby has launched one, Lincolnton, Mount Holly just across the bridge has launched one, and certainly Charlotte has done as well. So I think we all, to your point, this is one we're all in together. I mean, it may be overstated or oversaid, but it can't be stated enough that everybody's got to get in with this and lift. And I'm particularly heartened that you take so seriously the employment of your high schoolers, because they're part of the workforce and the economy also.
We offer basic training. What I tell these kids is I don't expect you to,
you know, negate. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think I was time lapsed a little bit there, but we tell all of our kids, and we have great ones. I say, I offer you basic training. When our kids come to work for us, I teach them how to do laundry, how to mop a floor, because believe it or not, a lot of these kids don't know how to do that. And, you know, it's part of our day-to-day operations to, you know, we don't have the luxuries that big corporations do. And I do want to point it out, you know, there's a lot of talk about shopping small, shopping local, and, you know, and you'll hear both sides of it. I try to block out everything I hear, but, you know, I've even had people come back and say, well, it's, you know, it's not our fault that you're a small business. And you know, you could go to work for, you know, a corporation to have benefits, and you're absolutely right. But there's a difference about a small business owner. We want to be entrepreneurs. We want to do things different. We want to be part of the community, and we're willing to accept, you know, bare minimum, you know, for us owners. We just want to be able to grow a business, offer something special, develop our employees, and that's the satisfaction I get out of owning my own business. And that's why I do it every day. It could be a lot easier, you know, when the printer breaks down. We used to have an IT department. You know, you make these calls. I was like, hey, in any given day, I'm the plumber, the electrician, the chef, the HR representative, and it's taxing at times, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And if there's some silver lining to all of this, my employees, my customers, my community have been so incredible that actually I'm having the best time of my life right now, in the sense that, as unforeseen as it is, there's been days where I'm like, hey, we might file bankruptcy in 2 days, guys. I have no idea. But you know what? I got a lot of faith in this community. I got a lot of faith in God. I think it's going to work. And so far, we're making it. And it looks like we might be a week or two away from starting to reopen back up. And to me, that's a sign that we made it. We made it through this, and we're going to make it. So there's a lot of, you just got to remind yourself that you're not totally in control of this. You know, you can do, if you give your very best, you got to just count on everybody else coming in and rallying around you. And so far, so good.
And Luke, I was going to ask you what insight you were going to give your fellow small business owners. And I think you just delivered the chapter and verse sermon on stay inspired and stay in the game.
I'm a talker, so I'll talk all day long. But no, I'm also, you know, we bite our tongues a lot too. There's a lot I'd like to say about how I personally feel about different things, but I'm like, wait a second, you know, it's just an opinion. What we can do right now is be part of the solution. We can help those. If you're scared about COVID and you think it's too early, stay home by all means. And here's what we'll do. We'll let you come shop in our store privately. We'll open the door up for you after hours if you want to come in by yourself. We'll deliver to your front door, no charge. You can call me 24 hours a day. We will do what we need to do for you to be able to go back to work. And for those that are going back to work, we want to help you as well. You know, we want to be part of making sure that we beat this and beat it really well. look at what we've done, all of us in North Carolina, across the country, to flatten the curve. It's commendable, you know. And we've all learned so much more now that I think if something like this happens again, people are going to know what we've gone through and apply that, you know. Stop listening to what the news says. You know, start listening to what your neighbor says, because that's who's really in your community going to make the difference. And our neighbors are all supporting each other, and it's wonderful.
Well, it may sound small, but the power of people does prevail, and community. And Luke Manlove, man, you are a shining example of what the best of this Charlotte region has to offer. Johnson and Wales graduate, South Point graduate, Belmont resident, and business owner. So we salute you and thank you for what you're doing for this community. And I want to give a special shout out to Ted Hall, executive at the Montcross Chamber. Ted made us aware of this. So Ted, if you were listening, thank you for all you've done for this community in this region and to the city of Belmont. So Luke, thanks, man, and I'll be over soon.
Y'all take care. All right. Bye-bye.